Hello everyone, it's Leandra from PaperArtsy, and we're in the middle of releasing our 2015 products, and this video is introducing you to a brand new designer with our company. Her name is Godfrey, and she's got this brand new line of stamps which we are really excited about. It's all about small format scrapbooking, so breaking down a 12 by 12 into a smaller format. It might be mini books, it could be pocket scrapbooking, you could use it with your smash book stuff, even into journaling, mini albums, or perhaps working on 3 by 4 inch format, even smaller than that. So these stamps are totally aimed at that whole instant scrapbooking, quick and easy, getting your photos and memories recorded in quick, fast time. That's what we're looking at. I really like that she's designed these in such a way that they are also going to work out for cards, journaling, and all those other activities that we really enjoy doing. So let's take a look at them. Each plate has a theme. So EEG 01 is all about time. So she's got calendar, the days, time words. There are blocks down here that you could use as shadows, so the lines you could use on top of the shadow squares if you want, or just use them individually to create borders and stamp them alone if that's what you prefer. Emma really likes text, so she's also got little elements of text, and you can see the way we've trimmed them. They're all individually trimmed, ready to go. I must point out that this little circle here is designed so that you can stamp it over the top of a particular date on the calendar, and of course you can make this specific to month, year. Okay, so this is plate 2. Plate 2's sort of everyday life. There's lots of little words on here that relate to everyday situations. Lots of fun words, they're not particularly themed. With the alphabet, we recommend you stamp it first and then cut it out to make up your own words. And again, another fantastic element here that you can use for your journaling too. Again, she's got the same idea down the bottom here with a shadow stamp and then stamp the detail on top. Love these little circles with the script in them, they're really useful. Okay. This is plate 3. It's pretty self-explanatory, plate 3. It's all about photos, snapshots, taking images. There's a tab here, and most of the words on most of the plates are designed to fit in the tabs, so she's thought that through really well. Like the little triangles, you can use them individually or together to make a sort of chevron thing. Plate 4. This is all about documentation. So like if you want to keep records of official documents, or perhaps you've been to a concert or something, it's about being organised, filing systems. It's really good if you've got secret little documents or things that you don't perhaps want to be visible on a layout, that you can tuck into a pocket and have them hidden, and then perhaps stamp one of these words over the top, like important or limited edition or original copy or whatever. So they're really cool. You can journal inside this frame as well, so you can have your little lines and do your own little notes and things. Great for ticket stubs. And then plate 5. This is all action sort of words, so you've got the movement and the arrows, but all of the words on here are about doing things. So she's got, you know, lots of verbs listed here. Who, what, where, when. And again, with the flag, you can fit words into the flag quite happily. The arrows, you could use them all individually if you wish. We've sort of cut them out so that you could use them as a background, but if you want to cut them apart, it's not going to take a lot of effort for you to just snip in between and snip those apart. We often get asked, can I cut my stamps? Of course you can cut your stamps. We cut them to get them like this, so you just grab your scissors and chop them apart if you want to chop them apart, or if you need to cut them closer, do that too. And then the last plate is all about celebrations. So we've got the stars, which always are a good sign of a celebration. This is probably going to be the most useful for card makers, because card makers are always sending celebration type cards, but it's still really helpful if you're scrapbooking and if you're wanting to record your memories. Love the spots on there. Of course, this is just asked to be layered up. Nice little frame. And Emma's made some fantastic samples with these too, so you can see the different directions you can take it in. Okay, so Emma's also got some stencils to go with her stamps, and the size of the stencils people often ask us. So it's about 6 1/4 inches or 16 centimetres, and the height of them is about 7 1/4 inches, 18 centimetres. Okay, so we make stencils to fit in our bags. We don't really, but it's nice because they're a nice size. They're not too big, not too small. So this one is really cool. You've got all the circles going on, a nice little circle border there, and elements that are in Emma's stamps, but not necessarily identical to them. All of our stencils, the code is PS for PaperArtsy stencil, and then they're numbered, and that goes across all of our stencils across the board. So they're not, the codes aren't related to the designer. And then she's got a great one here with boxes and arrows and chevrons just to reflect the same patterns that she's got. So for example, these boxes she used on plate 1, and so she's reflected that pattern there, so you can use that in your background. Zigzags, kind of wonky chevron zigzag things going on. We quite like them. And lots of little arrows. And then celebration plate, you've got your stars, you've also got your stripes, and I really like that these aren't perfect stripes. They've all been hand drawn in effect so that the lines aren't really perfect, and that's how we wanted them to be. We didn't want them to look really clinical. Love this plate, some fantastic words that you can use in your journaling backgrounds or as part of your scrapbooking. Nice size font. And then we've also got this, which is a bit of a wild card. The star and the flower match the star and the flower on Sarah Newman's stamps, so if you wanted to create a shadow behind those, you could. The flag and the little tab here are from Emma's stamps, so that again you could create a shadow and then stamp the image over the top. It's always handy to have an ampersand and a row of stars at the bottom. Let's take a look at the samples. From Teresa, we've got a really nice little braid background here, and then she's used the calendar from plate 1. She's also got the blocks down the side and some of the words. So you can see these could easily be on a card if you needed them to be on a card, or perhaps a special event. Next up we've got Nina. Nina's done a few little pockety things. Love just how washy and watercolory sort of style these are. And here she's got some texture, grunge paste. They're just lovely. And on here, from a pocket scrapbooking pouch. Okay. Next up, Emma Humphreys. Emma's a good friend of Emma Godfrey's. And here she's done a really simple card. I love how she's used that to make a border, the little circle. So do you remember the stamp? Talking about these two stamps here, and she's made a great little border with those to layer it up on top, and she's just used the little journal card and put a photo of Emma Godfrey there, which is cool. And here's another one. Okay, so she's used the little circles there as well. Right, next up we've got Karen Baker. Karen's familiar on our blog. Now, Karen's done something that she always comes up with something that I would never think of in a million years. She's taken this stamp here, which is the little journaling notelet page, and she's just stamped it 3 times in the background there, just to create a really cool edge to the card. I think that's such a great idea. And she's used the alphabet also from the same plate. And then here she's got a little reminder flip of what you need to do on a weekly basis, all the different things that you need to get done. So it's a weekly planner. And she's got another card here. I love the use of white space, it's such a great way, and how she's used the little journaling card, again alphabet, and layered up stamps that have been stamped with paint. Simple but really effective. Okay, next up we've got Pam Thorburn. Pam is a regular on our blog as well. So she's used a couple of different plates in combination here. She's got the calendar from plate 1. And then on this little piece here, okay, if I could pick it up, Okay, another little pocket scrapbooking idea. So the frame for this is from plate 3. And here we go again. Pam's just one of our scrapbookers, so you can see from this how she pulls it all together. If scrapbooking isn't your thing, then you need to go to the blog and have a look at some of the layouts that these people have done, because once you see it, you're like, well, I can do that. But if scrapbooking isn't your first love, then perhaps you might need a bit of guidance. If you've got a template to follow, it makes it so much easier. And another one, the little camera down the bottom, and she's used the block border just to make an edge. And then she's also got a journaling background here. This is, I sort of can hear some of you breathing a sigh of relief, because I know that scrapbooking isn't generally what our audience is, but this is more your thing on the whole. But I just am really excited by the pocket scrapbooking. I just can't wait to have a go, because we all love mini journals or doing mini little books, and I think this is just such an achievable way to jump into scrapbooking if you never have before. Next up we've got Lithan. And Lithan used to teach classes for Emma, and she's just got some fantastic ideas, and she's got a little touch of gold going here around the edge of this. Looks fantastic. Just really pops. Again, a little quick idea on that one. A lot of people who are using the paints to wash it out from dark to light. And there's the little arrow chevrons. And lastly, we've got Helen Chilton, who's got fantastic bright composition. Love how she's used the arrows stamped in different directions, and some of them she's cut out and layered on top of her blue background. So the whole background would have been blue originally and stamped with all these elements, and then she's done the same thing on pink and just cut out a few of the elements and laid it over the top. And then she's got one of her, she's done this before for us and I just love it, lots of layers of tissue, and she's actually stitched or stuck them together. I can't quite work it out. Oh no, it looks stitched, but it's not. It's actually stuck together. And made a little bird out of that little shape there. That's one of our dies. And another one from Helen. So it's a pink background with the blue on top. And another little tissue layered up bird. She's created legs with words, and she's got the camera down the bottom there. Lots of fun. And we'll finish up this video with some samples from Emma Godfrey. So these are typical of your pocket scrapbooking sized format, which is what she's addicted to really. And here she's used from the action plate, the little list of verbs on there, which is from plate 5. So watching, she's been watching a new program on the telly called The Nick, reading, not a lot, feeling positive, listening to Codaline, etc. So you can record just what you've done today. Love the little brackets that she's got there with the pop of gold that's stamped on top of the old gold, and she's embossed my favourite things at the top. Another example in the same vein, and another one using the spotty background from plate 6. They're just so much fun. I love how dinky they are. Here's another, this could go on front of a card. She's got some gold going on there, the blue star, so she's used her stencil to create a template for that star. In fact, that was the word smile on that one is also from a stencil. And then here, so this is a picture of Emma and the other Emma who also made samples, and one of their trips that they had together. And in this background here she's got, through the square stencil, through the blocks, she's put grunge paste, so that's the creamy sections that you can see, and she put that on top of some of the washed out paint, and then she's got little spots and nice little date reference at the side here. And then here's an example of a typical card that Emma would do using the stamps. And it's so simple, but I just love this. It's so effective. So she's got the striped frame, which comes off plate 6, and she's embossed that. And then she's used some of the stars also from plate 6. And then she's got the flag here, which is off plate 5. And just layered up all the elements. Again, she's washed out the colour from blue to a pale at the top. And then she's got the little circle spotty stamp, which is from plate 2. And down the bottom there, a row of gold spots. So that's also plate 4, that stamp. So you see how they're just all designed to work in well together, and that's a fantastic card. I will finish up with a scrapbooking 12 by 12 layout by Emma. And this is typical of what she would do using the format, and this is how it's all designed to come together if you want to do 12 by 12 scrapbooking. So all of the little frames that she's designed sit perfectly on top of this format, and she's just got embellishments sometimes directly on top of the photos, and sometimes she's got all sorts of other little things that have been layered on top. So these are sort of, each one of these is a bit like a postcard sort of size. It's a 6 by 4, and then these layer on top, so they're the 3 by 2 size on top of here. So I'm really excited about this release. I think it's going to be so much fun to work with. I hope you guys like it too, whether it's for card making, journaling, or whether you're going to have a go at mini scrapbooking. Maybe you already do. These products are all available with our stockists now, so make sure you go and drop by there and take a look, and we'll see you next time here at the PaperArtsy YouTube channel.